Like, if I call you my brother, you know what it is. And breaking the code, I could be calm, cool, collective. If we start wildin', I'm changing the mode.
Welcome back to the Harding Way, everyone. It's your boy DJ Harding, and today what we're gonna do is get into some NFL predictions. I didn't do week one because I figured, it's week one. It's gonna be crazy. So I just figured, you know what? Let's start with week two. We have a bit of a sample point, a small sample size, but I feel like we have enough of a sample size now we can make some predictions. So we're gonna start with the game that's going on tonight. Dolphins Bills. Give me the Dolphins in this one. I'm just going to get straight to the point. I do not trust the Bills offense at all. I know Josh Allen's doing his best little Superman Cam impression right now, with like very little offensive resources trying to make it all work. As opposed to Greg Olsen in Cam Newton's case, his security blanket's probably James Cook. But still, I think the Dolphins are going to just load the ball out on them, air it out, go crazy. I know they're down some running backs, but Jeff Wilson will be serviceable for a game to just punch in touchdowns like Mostert did last year. Just simply give me the Dolphins in this one. I feel like it's very simple. I expect them to kind of just go crazy on them personally. So that's me. Keep it simple. We're going to head to Sunday now, 1 o'clock games. I'm going to give you one of my upsets of the week. I think my biggest upset's coming later. But my first upset of the week, give me the Pats over the Seahawks. I mean, that pass defense came out a lot better looking than I thought it was going to be. I know the Bengals might just had their rough stretch to start off, but give me the Pats in this one. I think they're going to do well. They're in New England at home. Give me the Pats. Keep them to the 1 o'clock games. I know they beat up the Panthers last week, but the Saints are not winning. I'm sorry. No disrespect to New Orleans or the Saints, but you're playing Dallas in Dallas. I would be thoroughly shocked. Thoroughly shocked if the Saints come away with a win in this one. Keeping quick with the 1 o'clock games. Buccaneers Lions. I gotta take the Lions in this one. I think they're gonna, once again beat them. The Buccaneers did look really great last week, and I think they'll give them a really good fight. But just overall, simply, just give me the Lions in this one. Not much notes on that. I think the Lions are gonna bounce back. Amon-Ra, in a sense, needs to bounce back a game anyway. And then to another, I think this one's pretty simple this week just because of what transpired last Friday. The Colts are going to most likely beat the brakes off the Packers. I mean, I would be thoroughly shocked, once again, if the Packers pulled this off. I mean, it would be really great for Malik Willis, but there's no way on God's green earth the Packers are winning any games with Malik Willis there. I'm sorry, unless they play the Panthers. Speaking of the Panthers, we'll just keep it quick. Give me the Chargers in that game. I feel like there's no need to even discuss that further. No need to discuss that further. Panthers will lose. They'll go 0-2. Keeping with the 1 o'clock games, though, going to keep the train rolling. Another upset, I think, of the week. Give me the Titans over the Jets. Now, I know I pretty much thoroughly joked on Will Levis for making a meme out of himself. But I trust the Titans a little more than I do the Jets. Crazy statement. I know some people had the Jets going to the Super Bowl. I'm not one of those people. Not at all. Give me the Titans. Also in the 1 o'clock slate, we got, the 49ers and the Vikings. That's going to probably be a landslide for the 49ers. I mean, Vikings did look great. They also played the Giants. So I feel like that speaks for itself a bit there. So I definitely think, the 49ers are going to keep 2-0. Vikings are going to put up a good fight, though. I expect them to put up a good fight, but give me San Fran. Speaking of the Giants, I think Jane Daniels will have a coming out party at home against the Giants because Daniel Jones is just. Yeah, the Giants are looking real rough. They're looking about just as bad as the Panthers, honestly. But yeah, they won't upset the Commanders. But speaking of upsets, my upset of the week. Give me the Browns over the Jaguars. Now, once again, like some other teams I said, the Will Levis and the Titans. Thoroughly joked on Deshaun Watson in my Week 1 Winners and Losers video. But I do think they're due for a bit of a bounce back. And Jacksonville, once again, Trevor Lawrence is like a Josh Allen. Quarterbacks that people think are pretty good, or in Josh Allen's case, elite. Like, he's definitely a tier above Lawrence. But, quarterbacks that people think highly of that I don't. I really don't trust the Jaguars in this one. So, give me the Browns, my upset of the week. Now, my clear landslide of the week. If not the Chargers beating the Panthers, it's the Ravens beating the Raiders. I mean, the Ravens need to get back in win column because they play Kansas City week 1. I feel like they're at home, too. They're going to everybody's going to shell out, and they're going to beat the brakes off the Raiders. But That concludes the 1 o'clock games. We're going to jump to the 4 o'clock slate here. Rams Cardinals. Honestly, this just might be another upset. I don't know how, like, where they're like how they're playing this with the spreads and stuff for my bettors out there, but I got the Cardinals over the Rams. I know the Rams look really good versus Detroit, but the Cardinals did keep in with the Bills, and I really think that spoke volumes of the Cardinals team, and they basically did that without using Marvin Harrison Jr. So hopefully, I'm hoping that whoever's job it is throwing the ball, some of y'all probably got that joke. I'm assuming Marvin Harrison's going to have a bounce back, and the Rams are dealing with injuries galore. So I guess my Rams not winning games is going to be more a reflection of injuries than it is the Rams themselves. But without a doubt, give me the Cardinals in this one. Next game, Broncos Steelers. I got the Steelers in this one. I think Cortland Sutton personally will probably have a pretty decent game, and Bo Nix will look a little better than he did in Week 1. I talked about his performance in a different video as well, but I think easily give me the Steelers. I think Justin Fields is gonna keep rolling and kind of almost prove why the Bears probably should have kept him. But we did mention them earlier. The Bengals, they're going to Kansas City. I mean, Joe Burrow is like Mahomes' quote unquote kryptonite, so I wouldn't be shocked if they somehow pull out a win, but I don't expect it. I don't. So I think with very simple, quick, not much there. Give me the Chiefs in that one. I mean, just Chiefs have a lot of weapons. I feel like Rice is gonna have a great game. Worthy's probably gonna get a creative touchdown or two again. Kelsey's kind of set up to touch the ball a little more, but if he doesn't, they don't really even need him. They still got Pacheco in the run game going. So give me the Chiefs by a bit of a landslide there. Not a complete landslide, but they're probably going to beat them by about 2 touchdowns. Now, we're getting to some more prime time games here. Sunday night. I know this is probably like game of the week in like the storylines of, you got the best rookie from last year versus who's supposed to be the best rookie of this year in a sense with Stroud versus Williams. I think easily, though, you got to take the Texans. I mean, the Bears just looked really rough, and their defense is the reason why they won that game. And that was versus the Titans. No disrespect to the Titans. I think they're going to win this week, but they're not the Texans. Like, that's a different AFC South opponent you're dealing with here. So for that alone, I think the Texans at home at that too, they're definitely going to show out in their home debut this season. Then we'll jump to Monday night. I feel like this can be very, very quick. The Falcons looked horrible. The Eagles didn't when they played last week. So I think it's very simple to say the Eagles will definitely beat the Falcons. I mean, the one winner of the Falcons last week, Kyle Pitts getting in the end zone finally, and Michael Penix, because Kirk Cousins looked terrible. I joked about that in that same video I talked about earlier with the winners and losers. But I really think the Falcons just look so rough. And I don't see it getting any better being on the road now as opposed to home last week in Philly. Once again, this is one of those games, if they pull it off, I'd be shocked. Because I highly doubt, there's no way at all the Falcons are winning this game. Like, if I'm making a lock of the week, it's either the Ravens beating the Raiders or the Eagles beating the Falcons. We're going to keep it at that. It's simple. The Saquon Barkley show is coming to Philly. I got to be honest. I should have put them in that losers video. The Giants for giving up Saquon. You went from that and you invested in Daniel Jones, and that's not paying off for them. But anyway, that concludes my picks. We'll revisit this next week when I give my week 3 picks and see how I'm doing record wise. But thank y'all for clicking on the video. If y'all want to subscribe, hit those wings and things down below. I'd appreciate it. But ain't no way like the Harden way. Peace.